It is the regular season finale of the Pichu London Cup Series, and today we're at Daytona National Speedway where we'll determine the rest of the playoff field among 14 drivers that have already locked themselves into the playoffs with at least one victory. Two spots are open that are currently occupied by Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick. One or both of them could be knocked out depending on who wins tonight here at Daytona. Ryan Preece going for the lead on Bubba Wallace. Let's hope his night here in Daytona ends up much better than what happened in the real-life race here at this very same track. William Byron goes down the bottom for the lead. A lot of drivers in must-win situations to lock themselves into the playoffs, but Chad Chastain is one of them that's running a part-time schedule. He's actually making his first start this season in the number 42 car as he takes the lead away. And he and Ross are both battling against each other, both with different teams, but under the same manufacturer, believe it or not. Both running at their home track here in Daytona. Chad Chastain enjoying the time he has, going up against his brother in a cup race. I think it's the first time that the drivers, but both Chad and Ross are battling against each other in a cup race. And now we see a spin happening on lap 27 as the first caution comes out for Alex Bowman. He goes around, gets hit from behind, and brings out the first caution of the night. Trying to battle with the 10 car of Eric Almirola, and he is hit by Riley Herbst in the 51 car. They're all spinning around. Big spin on the 48 car, but he's already in the playoffs, so he doesn't have to worry about what's happening tonight for him to get into the playoffs. The 48 already has a playoff spot with a win earlier this season. Stage 1 would go to Chase Elliott, who won the Daytona 500 here to open up the season and has won 4 other events also in 2023. And we'll see if he can make it 6 tonight here at Daytona, and looks to get the Daytona sweep for the 9 team to start off the playoffs with a bang. 9 car leads the field down to the green flag for the start of stage number 2, but something goes wrong in the number 9 car. Goes to the apron and slows up, and looks like something went wrong with the number 9 as soon as he got it off and going. On the restart, not so good for the 9 car as he slows up, goes on the apron, and a problem occurs with the 9 team, and that'll end their race right here. Just after they won the stage, something goes wrong with the 9, and the 9 car is out of the race. Just a couple laps later, the 14 car has a problem. The pole setter for the race also has an issue with the 14 car on the apron, and the caution comes out. The caution didn't come out for the 9 car slowing down, but for some reason this brought out the caution later in stage number 2. The 14 Chase Briscoe slows up, doesn't even go onto the racetrack when he slows up, so I'm not sure why a caution would come out for the 14 but not for the number 9. It's kind of weird, but I just thought I'd point it out. Anyway, drivers pitting during stage number 2. Pit stops should be the least of their worries here tonight. They just have to make it through the night and see if they can win and to get into the playoffs for those drivers that have yet to win this season. The leaders cycle out of pit road as the 21 car has a problem. Very slow on the apron. Something goes wrong with Harrison Burton. He's going to have to go on the apron and going to have to nurse the car onto pit road. So his chance to make the playoffs have just come to an end. And the 21 car goes off the apron for a bit. Nearly hits the 12 car. But the 21 though is trying to hang on, stay still into the bottom lane. And the 21 is going to make it his way onto pit road safely. We've had several cars earlier today with problems during stage number 2. And 21 is going to unfortunately have to be put on the list for this race. The 45 car, though, Tyler Reddick takes stage number 2 after the pit stop cycle out. Tyler Reddick takes the stage 2 win. There are no stage points awarded in mock events because of limitations of the game, but they're racing as if there are stage points being awarded because every position counts and every point counts because we are going to decide who's in the playoffs after this race. Joey Logano takes the lead. He's getting drafting help from his teammate Ryan Blaney. Logano has yet to win, and if he wins, he's in the playoffs. He's one of the bubble drivers coming into this race, along with Kevin Harvick. Both are winless, are in the final 2 positions in points. But if a new winner comes along, then the new winner can knock one or both of them out even. It is still possible that could happen. With Denny Hamlin, though, taking the lead, and Hamlin's not one of them because he already has 3 wins this season. Logano and Harvick both on the bubble. If there's a new winner, it's possible we could see one or both of them out of the playoffs, but We'll see how this goes in the final couple laps here at Daytona as Chandler Smith goes for the lead. We saw Chandler Smith earlier this season winning at Richmond in one of the biggest upsets the Cup Series has ever seen. And now Chandler Smith is going to try to do it again here at Daytona. So someone give him a full-time ride. The 13 is just on fire with Chandler Smith. But here comes Josh Berry in the 88 car. Berry goes to the bottom. He's also a surprise winner this season. He won at Talladega in the spring race. Josh Berry trying to hang on to win for the second time this season in that 88 part-time ride. He's going to Stewart-Haas next season in a full-time position, replacing the retiring Kevin Harvick. And he would love to get another win before he becomes a full-time driver next season to show that he could be very competitive with these drivers. And he's still got some years left in him in the tank. But now the 22 goes for the lead. Logano, a must-win situation, goes to the bottom as he's trying to take the lead away. And he does. He retakes the lead, but Austin Hill stands right behind him. Could he be another part-time driver winning here in the PLCS this season? He would be the fourth to do so if Austin Hill hangs on. Along with Berry and Smith, Jimmy Johnson won at Road America. So Austin Hill trying to add his name to the part-time race winners this season. It's all been about the part-timers in 2023, and Austin Hill is trying to be one of them. Hill has some experience around these super speedways. He's won a couple of them here at Daytona in real life. He's looking to win one in the Mock Series. But here comes Ryan Blaney, though, retakes the lead with 3 laps to go. And now the 38 Todd Gilliland takes the lead again from the 12 of Ryan Blaney. Getting help from his teammate Michael McDowell. 1 car to pit road, William Byron. And he's not going to win this race because he pitted so late with just 2 laps to go. There might have been a problem with that 24 car, but he's going to lose the race here at Daytona. The 2 cars from front row, McDowell and Gilliland, battle for the lead. Only McDowell is in the playoffs. But McDowell does get by Gilliland and takes the lead. So much for a 1-2 finish once again with Front Row Motorsports. But now the 34 trying to hang on with a lap and a half to go. As here comes Eric Jones in the 43 to try to take the lead. Eric Jones also one of the drivers with a must-win situation in his hands. The white flag about to come out with 1 more lap to go. Eric Jones trying to take the lead from the 34 car, Michael McDowell. Here comes Martin Truex Jr. to the bottom. Truex trying to take the lead again in the 19 car. He has 2 wins under his belt as the white flag waits for the final lap. Austin Dillon stands right behind him. 19 trying to hang on and keep both Logano and Harvick in the playoffs. Here they come down the backstretch for the final time. Austin Dillon trying to hang on, trying to win this race, goes to the bottom, trying to find a way to around the 19. Just 2 turns left. Here comes the 3, Austin Dillon. Dillon takes the lead in the final corner. He needs a win to get in. He might do it. He won here last year, and he's going to try to do it again. The final turn is away. Here he comes the final corner, and it's going to be the 3, Austin Dillon, with the win at Daytona. Austin Dillon has done it again. He wins the regular season finale at Daytona for the 2nd straight season. The 3 car makes it in, and the 22 will make it as Joey Logano makes the playoffs, knocks out Kevin Harvick for the final spot, and both Austin Dillon and Joey Logano will make the playoffs. So our 16 drivers are now set for the 2023 playoff season here in the Pichu London Cup Series. Brendan Poole with an amazing 3rd place run. A huge shout out to that team for a 3rd place run, amazing top 5, but the win went to Austin Dillon as he locks himself into the playoffs here in 2023. Here are all the drivers in the playoff points. Chase Elliott will have the most because he has 5 wins this season. 2,040 points he'll start off. Hamlin starts with 2,025. And then Chastain, Larson, Truex, Bowman, Bell, Byron, Blaney, Gibbs, Austin Dillon will start with 2,005 points along with Kyle Busch, Chase Briscoe, Michael McDowell, and Corey LaJoie. And the one driver that didn't get a win but got into the playoffs anyway, Joey Logano with 2,000 points. So these 16 drivers will be racing for a championship in 2023. Kevin Harvick gets knocked out. He was eliminated as he had less top 3s than Joey Logano. If he had just another top 3 finish, he would have actually overtaken Logano in terms of top 5s. But Harvick is going to be eliminated from the playoffs in his final full-time season. So, not a good way to go out in his final year. But Kevin Harvick will have to just ride it out for the final 10 races, not competing for a championship, but still going to have these final 10 races for the Ford team and just run and try to win at least one of them before Harvick retires at the end of this season. Daniel Suarez, Chris Buescher, Brad Keselowski, also the drivers that will not make the playoffs, and so will Bubba Wallace. Wallace led early on, but then dropped off later in the race. Hope you guys enjoyed our race from Daytona. Next weekend, Darlington will kick off the playoffs for the 2023 PLCS season. Until next time, we'll see you later.